Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Runaways episode 4. So let's get started and talk about this episode. So here we see a bit more of the aftermath of our kids finding out that their parents are evil. But what's interesting about this episode is that some of the kids don't believe this about their parents. They really do want to find material evidence that their parents are evil. And two of the characters that really don't believe it is Gert and Carolina, but comic book wise, Carolina. And then we get to see kind of the other spectrum, which is Nico and Alex, who also want to find evidence of their parents, but totally believe that they are bad people. Especially Nico. You know, this episode has such a wonderful opener where we get to see Amy's death and Nico's reaction to it. And this is definitely proves why I think the actress who plays Nico is probably the best actress on the show, even though all the actors are really great. That one scene, you know, you see all the emotions, and it really plays well with the overall story of finding out maybe Amy didn't commit suicide. And we found out now in this episode that that's what everyone thought. And maybe that this was all connected to the pride. And that was pretty interesting. And then Alex kind of finds out a little bit more about his dad, that his dad has a gun, so is he the person that he's been painting himself to be? And then the cliffhanger of the episode talking about Alex, he gets kidnapped. And my guess is because of that gang that was introduced, I believe in the pilot episode, that you know, was against Alex's father. So I'm guessing those are the people that kidnapped Alex. But what makes this cliffhanger very interesting is that I feel like this is the opportunity for our teens to become a superhero team, especially now that Gert knows a bit more about Old Lace. We have Carolina using her abilities a bit more. We have Molly obviously experimenting with her powers. We know that Nico did in the last episode. So I think this is a good opportunity for, and even Chase has the gauntlets, which was really cool that he's creating it instead of stealing it from his dad. That was kind of a cool scene. But they all have, you know, steps to be the heroes that they are known to be in the comics. So I think this is a really good opportunity to utilize that and show the teamwork of these teens and see them becoming closer together as this family unit we know from the comic books. So I really like that ending. I think it brings a lot of good opportunities. So, and also I thought this episode did a good job at spreading out the storylines for really everybody. I would say all the teens, but even the parents too, where I love the Yorks here, because the Yorks, you can tell they're not horrible people. They're just kind of stuck in a bad situation. That's really proven here, where they actually want to tell their daughters, hey, this is what's going on. And they're open about the dinosaur once they see the dinosaur, and the kids see it also. And they want to tell everything about the pride, at least that's what it seemed like, but their plans of escaping using Molly's parents' barn that they actually left them in their will. So the parents obviously knew something, you know, Molly's parents. So that kind of goes into shambles when Tina, probably the best parent scene in the episode, when Tina says, yeah, I knew all about that, and the Yorks are like, God, what do we do? We're stuck, and kind of hash out on Gert, and obviously Gert's like, oh, my parents are evil, they're being mean to me, and that plays out to Gert not really trusting her parents. And then Carolina, though, has the most interesting reaction, because she finds out that her mom is kidnapping these people. And again, she has a lot of things going on in her mind. In this episode, you know, she definitely has the biggest arc where she's telling Chase about her abilities. She doesn't know what happened at this party, but Chase tells her exactly what does end up happening. And she's a pariah in school because of that. And the effect it's having on the lacrosse team. But also, if you obviously know the comics, you know that she's dealing with her sexuality and trying to figure that out. So there's a lot going on in Carolina's head, and then when she finds out about her mom, you could tell it's like, where do I go from here? So it's a really interesting ending, and it's really, this episode, at least for most of the characters, is the time like, alright, I don't trust my parents. But then you have that scene with Chase and his dad, where his dad is open to talking about his gauntlets, and maybe Chase is warming up to his father because of it. But also his dad has an interesting story in this episode where he's hallucinating, which we saw in the previous episodes. But why is he hallucinating? We don't know. So that's why I say that I feel like every character really progressed their story very well, even if some were sidelined a little bit more, like Molly, you know, it's the same of, oh, you know, I have these abilities, but who do I tell? I'm trying to tell people and no one's listening, kind of like the comic book. And you know, Nico and Alex are working together again with their parents. But yeah, very solid episode here. Well-balanced episode and a good cliffhanger to get us into the next one. A good opener and a good cliffhanger. So let me know in the comments below, what did you think of this episode? I will have a review for The Runaways next week. It should be up late, you know, right after the episode airs. I'll always post the review if Hulu posts on time. But this time they did. I think it was like 5 minutes later, but they did post it at 12. But let me know in the comments below, what did you think? This is Comic Inno. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, in the description below, there are links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. And I'll see you guys later.